I have here a cordless heat gun. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this box. We're gonna take everything out and we're gonna try it out. So here's the gun. It's a nice compact size. And then looks like we got a bunch of accessories here. So we got a battery charger, and then some different tips that you can use with the gun. So right here on top of this heat gun, there is a toggle switch. It's got an H on one side and an L on the other for a high and a low temperature setting. So this trigger has a child safety built into it, so you have to push this switch either this way or the other way in order to be able to squeeze the trigger. So you see if I let go of that, I can't squeeze it, I have to push that, and then I can squeeze the trigger. The battery also has a power indicator button, so I can push this button and you can see it lights up showing how much battery juice is left inside the battery. So with the battery charger, when you need to charge the battery, you're just going to turn it upside down and then slide it in from the back until it clicks into place. And when you've got the charger plugged in, the lights will start flashing and changing color according to this chart to tell you whether it's charged or charging. It also comes with 3 different attachments to the heat gun. You've got a nice flat, narrow attachment here, a nice focused circle, and then this one right here is going to be one that reflects and heats from this side and then bounces back off of this shield to the other side. And this is the one I'm going to be using today here in just a second. So I've got the battery attached now. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat gun. One nice thing about the trigger is it's a click on, click off style trigger. So I can click it, it'll turn on, and now I can leave it and it will stay on until I press again to turn it back off. So with it running, if you switch from low to high, you can hear the difference in the heat gun itself, and if you go back to low, it'll slow back down. So to attach one of these extra attachments, you're just going to slip it right over the nozzle on the heat gun and it will be ready to use. So I have a wire here that I've connected and have some heat shrink that I need to fix into place. And a heat gun is a really good way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the gun. And one nice thing again is I don't have to have my hands on the gun. It can just be sitting. And then I can just put this heat shrink right here in front of the nozzle. And you can see it is starting to transform that heat shrink and make it tighten up around my wire here that I've been working on. I'm going to flip it around just to make sure we've got an even melt. And I can feel the heat coming off of this heat gun with my fingers. It is very hot. Make sure you're extremely cautious when you're using it so you don't accidentally burn your fingers or your hand or anything else. And then I am all done, so I'm going to turn it back off. And you can see right here on the wire, I did a really good job of shrinking it down and affixing that heat shrink into place on my wire. This cordless heat gun is super nice. It's extremely easy to use. A couple of things that I really like about it is it's got the on-off trigger, so you don't have to be holding the trigger all the time. And it's also got the adjustable heat, so you can be on high or low depending on what you need. It's got all the nozzles that you're going to need. It's got the reflective one, a focused one, and even a flat one. I'd highly recommend it to anybody that has any hobbies or crafts or needs to do anything where a heat gun is going to come in handy.